I'm going with option 1. Amelia Mia Donovan it is. The email comes in at 11:07 p.m. on a Tuesday night in early December. I'm standing at the sink, rinsing a single coffee mug, because that's all I ever use anymore, when the phone lights up against the chipped formica. Unknown number. Subject line: they don't love you. They harvest you. I almost swipe it away. I get a dozen scam emails a day. But the preview thumbnail shows the familiar, grainy beige of my parents' living room wallpaper. The one with the tiny gold fleur D. Liz I helped mom pick out 6 years ago when she decided the old wallpaper made her feel poor. I tap the video. The angle is low, phone propped on the bookshelf behind the sofa, the one that holds Dad's dusty golf trophies and Mom's unread book club selections. Henry Donovan is sunk deep in the Lizy. Boy, I bought him after his bad back made the old one unbearable. Gloria is perched on the ottoman in the cashmere sweater set I sent for her birthday. Ethan, 26 going on 16, is sprawled sideways across the couch, feet on the armrest, wine sloshing dangerously close to the cream upholstery I paid to have professionally cleaned last spring. They're drunk enough to be honest. Gloria does that little snort, laugh she saves for when she thinks no one worthy is listening. She's already talking about making that god-awful prime rib again. Can you imagine? Christmas Eve and we're stuck eating her cardboard food. Ethan lifts his glass in a mock toast. To Saint Amelia, patron saint of bonus checks and guilt trips. May the mule keep pulling the cart. Henry actually claps, slow and sarcastic. Aspen in February. Boys and girls. Booked it this morning. Mia's little Christmas miracle is going to pay for the whole thing. Lift tickets, the chalet, all of it. The video ends on Ethan's smirk. Long as the beast of burden doesn't figure out she can just stop walking. I stand there in my silent kitchen until the mug overflows and cold water runs over my wrists. I am 34 years old, and I have never once in my adult life bought myself something beautiful just because it made me happy. Every coat I own is practical. Every vacation day is used for their emergencies. Every bonus, every raise, every extra shift has gone into that house, those cars, that lifestyle. And they call me the mule. Something inside me that has been bent for decades finally snaps clean in half. I watch the video 7 more times. I zoom in on their faces. I listen to the cadence of their laughter, the easy cruelty that only comes when you're absolutely certain the person you're mocking will never find out. I notice things I missed the first time. Mom's new diamond studs, birthday gift from Mead, Dad's new Apple Watch, Father's Day, me, the bottle of Pappy Van Winkle on the coffee table, sent that last month when Dad said he was feeling low. I do not cry. I expected to cry. Instead, I feel a cold, glittering calm spread through my chest like ice water. I open my banking app and start canceling every single automatic payment. Mortgage supplement 2100 of Dad's truck's 8112, Mom's Nordstrom card, 450 limit she treats like oxygen. Ethan's creative fund, allowance 100 200, the country club dues, the Netflix, the Hulu, the Disney, the Sirius M in Dad's truck. The life insurance policy I pay on Mom, in case something happens to her before Dad dies. Every single tether, severed in under 8 minutes. Then I change every password I have ever shared with any of them. Then I email the leasing office. Please rekey apartment 4C immediately. Security concern. I will pay whatever it costs. Then I call the caterer who was scheduled to deliver Christmas Eve dinner for 14 people at my parents' house and change the address to Engine Company 31 on Halsted Street with a card that reads, "Thank you for keeping us safe. Enjoy the holiday." Then I book myself 3 weeks at the Amangani in Jackson Hole. First class, suite with the ridiculous bathtub that looks out at the Teddens. I do not look at the total. I simply click confirm. At 3:14 a.m., I am completely, surgically free. I sleep for 4 hours, wake up, shower, pack one suitcase with clothes I actually like instead of the sensible neutrals I've worn for a decade, and leave before the sun is up. I turn my phone on airplane mode and do not turn it back on until I am 5,000 feet over Nebraska, sipping champagne I did not pay for with points. The first week in Jackson Hole is quiet in the way cathedrals are quiet. Snow muffles everything. I walk until my legs burn. I sit in the outdoor hot tub while snowflakes land on my hair and melt. I eat breakfast at 11 a.m. if I feel like it. I read 3 books I have owned for years and never opened. I do not check work email once. I do not answer a single text. On Christmas Eve, I sit in the resort restaurant alone, wearing a red dress I bought the day I arrived simply because the color made me feel dangerous. The prime rib is served medium, rare, pink and glistening, with horseradish that makes my eyes water in the best way. I raise my glass to the empty chair across from me and say out loud, "Merry Christmas, Mia." Back home at exactly 6:17 p.m. Central Time, my phone's now on, but silenced begins to explode. I watch the notifications stack like bricks. "Mom, where are you? Dinner is getting cold." "Open this goddamn door, Mia." "Ethan, this isn't funny, Mom. The caterer said the food went to a fire station." "Dad, the truck payment bounced." "Fess." "Mom, your father is having chest pains." "Ethan, wow, real mature." I open the Ring app. There they are on my apartment doorstep in the freezing hallway, dressed like they're going to church, holding Tupperware and bottles of wine, looking around like lost children. Mom keeps pressing the doorbell as if volume equals obedience. Dad's face is purple with cold and fury. Ethan is filming it for some reason, probably to show how crazy Maya's being. I record their entire meltdown in 4K. I watch Mom fake cry into Dad's shoulder. I watch Dad threaten to call the police for a wellness check. I watch Ethan kick my door so hard the frame shakes. Then I upload the original Betrayal video into the whole 8 minutes and 23 seconds into the family group chat with the message, "Merry Christmas." Here's the highlight reel you start in. "All payments stop December 8. Enjoy Aspen on your own dime. Love, the mule." I watch their faces through the camera as the video plays on their phones. I watch the exact second realization hits. Mom actually drops her phone. Dad looks suddenly old. Ethan says, "She's really gone," in a voice so small I almost feel sorry for him. Almost. I turn the phone off again and order another bottle of wine. January is a masterclass in silence. They try everything. Aunt Beatrice corners me in the Whole Foods parking lot with tears and tales of dads. Heart palpitations. I smile politely, say, "I hope he feels better," and keep walking. Mom creates a new group chat without me and posts Bible verses about forgiveness. Ethan mails me a handwritten letter that smells like weed and desperation, promising he's changed. Dad leaves 17 voicemails that escalate from rage to bargaining to something that almost sounds like fear. I delete them all without listening. In February, I close on a house. Not an apartment, a house. 4 bedrooms, gated neighborhood, security system that would make the Pentagon jealous. I buy furniture that has no history of being peed on by Ethan's friends. I hang art that cost more than my first car. I buy sheets with a thread count so high it feels obscene. I plant tulips along the walkway because I will never let any of them walk on. March brings the first warm day, and with it, Sierra. She messages me on Instagram after seeing Ethan's pathetic "family means everything" post, the 3 of them crammed on his futon eating frozen pizza, looking like a cautionary tale. "Can I buy you a drink?" she writes. "I owe you one for opening my eyes too." We meet at a quiet wine bar. She is smaller than I expected, fierce-eyed, wearing combat boots with her dress like she's ready to kick the world in the teeth. She slides a USB drive across the table. "Full version. she says. I kept recording after you saw the clip. There's more. I don't watch it until I get home. There's 15 minutes of them dissecting exactly how much they think they can squeeze out of me this year, how reliable I am, how I'll always come through because I don't have a life. Mom actually says she's too scared of being alone to ever say no. I pour myself a very large glass of the good wine and laugh until I cry. Then I stop crying and keep laughing. April. I promote to VP. The bonus is obscene. I buy myself a Rolex because I damn well feel like it. I fly first class to Rome in May, alone, drinking Negronis at 3 p.m. in a hotel rooftop bar overlooking the Colosseum, wearing sunglasses indoors like an asshole, and it feels perfect. June. Mom shows up at the gate of my new neighborhood in a rainstorm, mascara running, holding a casserole like a white flag. The guard calls me. I watch her on the camera for a long time. She looks small, old. She keeps saying my name into the speaker like a spell. I let her stand there for 23 minutes. Then I press the button and say, very calmly, go home, Gloria. The guard later tells me she sat in her car and cried for an hour before driving away. July. Ethan adds me on Venmo with the note, emergency, please, I'm begging. I decline the request and block him. August. I meet a man at a friend's lake house who has never heard of my family, has no idea I once paid for an entire Aspen vacation I wasn't invited on. He kisses me under fireworks and doesn't ask why I flinch when he says the word family. I don't tell him yet. Maybe I never will. Some stories you carry alone. September. I host my first dinner party in the new house. 12 people, laughter that doesn't sound like mockery. Food I didn't cook out of obligation. Sierra comes. So does my boss Laura, who promoted me. So does the new guy from the lake house. I wear the red dress again. No one calls me practical. October. Dad's truck is repossessed. Mom's country club membership lapses. Ethan moves back home at 26. They sell the house I helped pay for and rent a 2-bedroom condo that smells like old carpet cleaner and regret. I send flowers to the closing with a card that reads, congratulations on your fresh start. November again. Almost a year to the day the video arrived. I'm sitting on my new patio drinking coffee, watching the leaves turn colors. I finally have time to notice when the gate camera pings. It's all 3 of them this time, standing in the drizzle like a sad little delegation. Dad's lost weight. Mom's hair has gone gray at the roots. Ethan looks like he hasn't shaved in days. Dad clears his throat into the speaker. Mia. We're sorry. We see it now. We were wrong. Please. Can we just talk? I watched them for a long time. Long enough for the rain to soak through their coats. Long enough for Mom to start crying again. Long enough for Ethan to look at the ground like he's finally ashamed. I press the intercom button one last time. You taught me something valuable, I say. My voice doesn't shake. You taught me exactly how much I'm worth when I stop giving it away for free. I release the button. I do not open the gate. I go back inside, turn on music, pour another coffee, and start planning Christmas in Paris. The mule is retired. The field is mine.